Hello, everyone. So we are heading into our next module, our module 4, and also our next major writing project, which is eventually going to be a cover letter written for a specific job advertisement. And so a cover letter is a letter written to the prospective employer, the hiring committee, that kind of makes your case on why they should read your resume, read your application, and invite you to kind of carry forward into the interview process. So it's a way to make your case. And so it's a very important type of writing to make this project the most meaningful. We are going to write cover letters for a specific job ad out there, published recently, out there in the real world. And so even before we get to the point of writing the cover letter, there's some work that we need to do when it comes to the job advertisement, to the organization that we're writing for. And so that's what we're going to be focusing on over the next 10 days. So if we go over here and we look at, where is it? Our calendar right here, which is just right there on our syllabus page, we can see that we are right here. We're heading into our module 4. We're going to have a couple weeks right here. I need to change the color of the number 9, where we are focusing on finding that job ad and analyzing it, analyzing the organization, getting to know who we are applying to and what kind of language, kind of values, mission statements, what kind of job and position it is that they are asking for. And then once we do that groundwork, we will be prepared to write a letter that is catered to that specific job. And we'll do that over the next 10 days. So if we go back here to this module 4 is all about finding that job ad and getting to know it, becoming familiar with it. And so right here is a little page. I'm not going to open up the actual description. Well, yes, I will. Look at me. Yes, I will. So I'm not going to talk about it though, because I have another little video here that explains the cover letter project. All right. So that's there. But right now, the first thing we need to do is find that job ad and start looking at it. Now you have two options. One, first of all, you're going to read what a job ad is right there. But the first option that you have is I have gathered 7 current, at least they were current within the last month or so, current job ads that I found posted that you can choose any one of these to use for this project. And now keep in mind that for this project, you are probably not going to find a job advertisement that is perfect for you. That is your dream job that you are so well qualified for. It's not going to be perfect. However, even if there's a little bit of a gap between what they're asking for and your qualifications or even your interest, this will still provide a fantastic role play practice for writing this type of letter, writing and also for the work that needs to go into that letter as far as researching the company and recognizing the elements of a job advertisement. And so if we look in here, I'll pull these up, just a couple up really quickly. First, the Bank of America. This is what a job advertisement looks like. So you've got the job advertisement, the description, and the responsibilities and skills. These are things that they are looking for. Okay, and a lot of the readings will help you become even more familiar with what is in there. Oh, let me go back in here. But another one, if you look here, like the City of Mesa, some IT for an IT position, they can be pretty short or they can be pretty elaborate on the things that they are looking for. They share, a little bit of information about the company, information about what they are looking for in an employee. And so understanding that genre, understanding what we are reading is key in being able to respond to that situation. So you can pick one of those. However, you can also go out there and pick another one that suits you a little bit better, that one that you find more interesting. And so I have provided a few links to different pages that will share how to find job postings. So this first one right here is let's see, I think this is just right. This one, you know, what are the popular job search engines? And things like LinkedIn. LinkedIn is fantastic, a fantastic resource for finding jobs, how it works. There's Glassdoor, Monster, Dice, Indeed. So those are great options. Let's see, we have right here, I'm going to open this up in a new window. Our own Career Center has some great resources, Career One Stop, Glassdoor again, Arizona Jobs, Arizona Government Jobs. So there's a lot of, and there's another one right here. So these are just sources for you if you are interested in finding another job advertisement. So those are there. And so when we get into the readings and the supplemental material for this week, this first one is just a chapter from an online textbook about the application process, the different types of writing that are going to be involved when you are searching for a job. And so this is a really great source. I was going to say bullet pointed. I would like save it somewhere so that you can return to it, finding that job, conducting that self-inventory, which we've already done a fantastic job with that. So researching your potential employer, the importance of that, researching the job. So read over that. That's going to give you some really great foundational information. And then I have 3 videos that I'm going to ask you to look at. They're short and they're entertaining actually, and they're really good. They contain some good information, so I would watch them. I suggest that you take notes as you are watching them. They're all about analyzing a job, being able to read a job ad and analyzing that. And as far as assignments and submissions for the next 10 days, I've got 2 here, 4.1 and 4.2, where you are going to go to that job advertisement that you have chosen, and you're going to fill these out. The first thing that you need to do right here is to get to know that organization. Get to know who you are talking to. What do they value? What do they care about? What are their accomplishments? Who do they serve? The more you know about the organization or company, the more you can then use that information explicitly in your cover letter. Use the keywords from their mission statement in your cover letter to show them what a perfect fit you are for them. And so if you open this up right here, it's just a worksheet to help you get to that point where you know who you are talking to. So who is the organization? What are their characteristics? What is their mission statement? What are their values? How are they currently in the news? Now, some of this, depending on the job ad, how elaborate and detailed it is, some of this may be on the job ad. However, not all of it will be. You need to do some detective work. You need to look up the company, go to their websites, look at the About Me pages, look at the About Us pages, so you get to know who these are. And then you can make notes of the connections. How do you connect with this group, this person, this company? Okay, let's close that. And then the next project we're going to be doing is analyzing the ad itself. Okay, what are they asking for? Taking time to get to know the nitty gritty, because you'll see in the videos and stuff, they will explicitly tell you what they want. And they are giving you a list of things that they want. And now it is our turn to then respond to them. So don't just write something, some generic thing. You want to respond to their ask, all of the explicit things that they ask for. And in the order that they ask for it, because they'll list the most important things, the things that they value most first in their job ad. And so this is just kind of an analysis and a reflection. Both of these include a reflection. I kind of passed by the earlier one, but they were both include a reflection. And so you're going to list the requirements that they ask for, include the statement from the job ad, and here's where you're going to go back to your skills assessment, and you're going to say, okay, how do you fulfill that? How do you meet that? How do you measure up to that ask that they are extending? And so you're going to fill that out, and then you're going to reflect on where you think you stand, what are the gaps, what are your strengths, and all of those kind of things. And like I said before, I would take both of these and I would download these worksheets and use them as you go forward in your job search. But that's what we're going to be doing this week. And after we do this, our 10 days, we will then turn our attention to the writing of the cover letter. I will have Module 5 also open, but I will post a video introduction to that in a week. Let me know if you have any questions.